Good day, Davao de Oro. Welcome to our episode of radio-based instruction in general mathematics. Today's lesson, we will discuss the third part of general mathematics, logic. This is again Sir Jester E. Pescadero. Together with me is Sir Jeffrey T. Alfonso from Bantucan National High School Integrated Senior High School. Are you all set? Well, that's great. Now, let's start learning on air. This session helps you understand the key concepts of preposition. And at the end of this learning session, you will be able to first, illustrate and symbolize prepositions. And second, determine different types of sentences that are helpful in the concepts of preposition. Remember, mathematics is not always about solving numbers. It is also studied logical reasoning, which help us lead to correct decision in a certain circumstance. Before digging into the broad concept of logic, let us first know the background of it. Logic has been studied since classical Greek period, that is around 600 to 300 BC. The Greeks, most notably Thales, were the first to formally analyze the reasoning process. Aristotle, that is around 384 to 322 BC, known as the father of logic, and many other Greeks searched for universal truth that were irrefutable. A second great period for logic came with the use of symbols to simplify complicated logical arguments. George Boole, that is around 1815 to 1864, is considered the father of symbolic logic. He developed logic as an abstract mathematical system consisting of defined terms known as prepositions, operations, that is conjunction, disjunction, and negation, and rules for using the operations. Now, kindly get your General Mathematics Module 10 and let's begin this session. Lesson 1 of your module focuses on prepositions and symbols. But before that, be reminded that there are classifications of sentences that is needed to be known in order for us to fully understand preposition. These are the classifications of sentences according to the purpose of the speaker. Declarative sentence: makes a statement and give information that normally ends with a full stop or period. Second, interrogative sentence. This sentence has a question of something or some information and always end with a question mark. Third, imperative sentence. This gives a command telling someone to do something and end with a full stop or period or an exclamation mark or point. And last, we have the exclamative or the exclamatory sentence. This expresses a strong emotion or surprise, an exclamation, and always end with an exclamation mark or point. Let us try. Identify and label each sentence whether as declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamative or exclamatory. Number 1. Frontliners are considered heroes during COVID-19 pandemic. Answer is declarative sentence. Number 2. Stop COVID-19 The answer is exclamatory. Number 3. Why does it spread that fast? That statement is an interrogative sentence. Number 4. Have you heard of a good news? That is an interrogative sentence. And number 5. Please stay home. That is imperative sentence. Very good. Now, let's have a definition of proposition. A proposition is a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both. Sentences that are answerable by either true or false are all propositions. Looking back at the activity you've done a while ago, only sentence 1 is declarative among them, right? Therefore, sentence number 1 is a proposition. On the other hand, number 2 is an exclamatory sentence. Number 3 and number 4 are interrogative sentence. And number 5 is an imperative sentence. Therefore, among the given sentence, it is only number 1 considered to be proposition. Please take note of this important notation. Variables are used to represent propositions. The most common variables used are P, Q, and R. If a proposition is true, then its truth value is true, which is denoted by capital letter T. Otherwise, its true value is false, which is denoted by capital letter F. Is there any questions? Feel free to drop at comment sections and we will entertain it later on. Now, let's talk about two types of proposition. We have the simple and compound proposition. Simple propositions are propositions that conveys one thought with no connecting words. Examples are 2 is an even number and a square has all its sides equal. Then, compound propositions contains two or more simple propositions that are put together using connective words. Example: 11 is both an odd and prime numbers. From that given example, it can be broken into two propositions. We have 11 is an odd number and 11 is a prime number. Using the connective and, it becomes a compound statement. Simple proposition can be combined to form a compound propositions by using logical connectives or simply known as connectives. Words such as and, or, nor, and if then are examples of connectives. If the proposition is compound, then it must be one of the following: conjunction, disjunction, conditional, biconditional, or negation. Let us know the difference for each of the following compound proposition. Conjunction. If two simple propositions P and Q are connected by the word and, then the resulting compound proposition P and Q is called conjunction of P and Q and is written in symbolic form P with inverted V, Q. Example: form a conjunction of the following simple proposition. We have proposition P, Jethro is a boy, and proposition Q, he is a grade 5 pupil. Then, the solution must be: the conjunction of the proposition P and Q is given by P with its inverted B symbol at center Q, then that is Jethro is a boy and he is a grade 5 pupil. To put it simple, by connecting and to the two simple proposition, we now have a conjunction. Disjunction: if two simple propositions P and Q are connected by word or, then the resulting compound proposition P or Q is called the disjunction of P and Q and is written in symbolic form as P, then with symbol V on the center, Q. Example: form the disjunction of the following simple proposition. We have proposition P, Joyce will pass all her subjects, and proposition Q, she will be retained. The solution must be: the disjunction of the proposition P and Q is given by Joyce will pass all her subjects, or she will be retained. Wants to know more? That's great! But before dealing with the other types of compound proposition, let's take a short break. So don't go away. I will be right back after this short commercial.
The Radyo Z-eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix 𝗝𝗲𝘀𝘀𝗿 Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
And now we're back. Let us continue. Before our break, we already discussed the two other classifications of compound proposition, the disjunction and the conjunction. As a continuation, we have the conditional. Conditional: if two simple propositions P and Q are joined by a connectivity F then the resulting compound proposition, if P then Q, is called the conditional proposition or an implication, and is written in symbolic form as P, then with right-headed arrow on the center, Q. Here, P is called the hypothesis or antecedent, and Q is called the conclusion or the consequence of the conditional proposition. The conditional P to Q may also read P implies Q. Example: if Ariel works hard, then he will be successful. Another example: if you eat more, then you lose your diet. Then another example: if ABC is a triangle, then angle A plus angle B plus angle is equal to 180 degrees. Another example, if Jonathan is a grade 11, then he is a senior high school. Biconditional. If two propositions P and Q are connected by a connective if and only if, then the resulting compound proposition P if and only if Q is called a biconditional of Q and P and is written in symbolic form P with double-headed arrow Q. The proposition may also be written as P IFF Q. The proposition P and Q are the components of the biconditional. Example, two sides of a triangle are congruent if and only if two angles opposite them are congruent. Another example, Larceny is a STEM student if and only if she likes science. Negation, an assertion that a statement fails or denial of a statement is called the negation of the statement. The negative of a statement is generally formed by introducing the word not at some proper place in the statement or by prefixing the statement with "it is not the case that" or "it is false that." The negation of the statement P in symbolic form is written as approximately P. For example, write the negation of the statement the school year 2020-2021 will start on June 1. The solution can be as follows. Negation P can be school year 2020 to 2021 will not start on June 1. Or, it is not the case that the school year 2020-2021 will start on June 1. Or, it is false that the school year 2020-2021 will start on June 1. Do you have any clarifications? Feel free to ask. Now you already know that if the proposition is compound, it can either be categorized as conjunction, disjunction, conditional, biconditional, or negation. However, there are still more of it. For example, a proposition can be both conjunction and negation. That is so-called negation of the conjunction P and Q. In symbol, that is approximately quantity of P with inverted B at the center Q, and that means approximately P inverted V symbol approximately Q. Another thing is when a proposition is both negation and disjunction, then that is so-called negation of the disjunction P or Q. In symbol, that is approximately the quantity of P with V symbol at the center Q, and that means approximately P, V symbol at the center approximately Q. Example, given a proposition P and Q, proposition P state that Bangs is beautiful, and proposition Q state that Juan is cute. Write the following in symbols and in words. A. The conjunction of the negation of P and Q. B. The disjunction of the negation of P and Q. C. The negation of the conjunction of P and Q. And D. the negation of the conjunction P and Q. For each solution, that is, for letter A, the conjunction of the negation of P and Q in words, that is, 𝗲𝗀𝘀 is not beautiful and 𝗔𝗲𝗳 is not cute. In symbol, that is approximately P with inverted V at the center, then approximately Q. Answer for letter B, the disjunction of the negation of P and Q, that is in word, 𝗲𝗀𝘀 is not beautiful or 𝗔𝗲𝗳 is not cute. In symbol, that is approximately P with V symbol at the center, then approximately Q. For letter C, the negation of the conjunction of P and Q, that is in word, it is not the case that 𝗲𝗀𝘀 is beautiful and 𝗔𝗲𝗳 is cute. Symbol, that is approximately the quantity of P with inverted B symbol at the center, Q. And letter D, the negation of the disjunction of P and Q in words, that is, it is not the case that 𝗲𝗀𝘀 is beautiful or 𝗔𝗲𝗳 is cute. And in symbol, that is approximately the quantity of P with symbol V at the center, Q. What did you observe from the answer? Correct. When it is this conjunction of the negation, that means we will conjunct first before we negate the statement, while if it is negation of the conjunction, we negate first before we conjunct. Similar case with the disjunction. Any questions? Feel free to ask, or we will entertain it later on. Now let's have the symbols of each type of compound proposition. If X and Y are the frequently used letters in algebra, the letters P, Q, or R are often used to represent proposition in logics. The table shows the several symbols for connectives together with their respective types of compound proposition. Connectives, and the symbol is inverted B. Type of statement is conjunction. If the connective is OR, the symbol is V, and the type of statement is disjunction. When the connective is not, then the symbol is an approximate symbol, and the type of negation or the type of statement is negation. If the connective is F, then the symbol is right-headed arrow, and the type of statement is conditional. Then if the connective is F and only F, then the symbol is double-headed arrow, and the type of statement is biconditional. Okay, at this moment, kindly get a pen as well as your notebook and answer the following. Let P the proposition, Facebook is a source of information, and Q represent the proposition, social media spread fake news. Convert each compound proposition into symbol. A. Facebook is a source of information. Social media spread fake news. The solution, that is P with symbol inverted B in the center, Q. Correct. Next, B. Facebook is not a source of information or social media do not spread fake news. What is your answer? Okay, so that is approximately P with V symbol at the center, approximately Q. Correct. Next, for letter C. It is not the case that social media spread fake news and Facebook is a source of information. Your solution? Okay, so that is approximately Q with inverted V at the center, P. Very good. Next, if Facebook is a source of information, then social media spread fake news. Your answer? Okay, so that is P with single-headed arrow to the right, Q. Great. Last, social media spread fake news if and only if Facebook is a source of information. The answer? Okay, that is Q with double-headed arrow on the center, P. Awesome! You did it well. Good job! As for your next activity, you will convert symbols into words for the given proposition. But before that, let's take a short break and be back for more. So don't go away. Back after this break.
The Radyo Z-eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by 𝗝𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃 Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix 𝗝𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗃𝗄𝗃 Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
And we are back. How are you, students? Are you still fine? That's great. But before that, let us have some exercise first. And stand, then hands up, and shake, shake, shake. Inhale, exhale. Great. So now, let us continue. You already know how to convert word proposition into symbol. This time, let us convert symbolic statement into words. Let P represent the proposition, television network remains shut down. And Q represent the proposition, the network paid their taxes. Write each symbolic statement into words. A. P with symbol V at the center, Q. Okay, the solution must be? Okay, that's great. So that is television network remain shut down or the network paid their taxes. For letter B, that is approximately symbol Q with inverted V at the center, P. The solution, okay, that is the network did not pay their taxes and television network remained shut down. Very good. For letter C, that is P with single-headed arrow to the right of the center, then Q. Okay, the preposition word is A, so that is correct. If television network remains shut down, then the network paid their taxes. Next, we have approximately the quantity of P with inverted V at the center and Q. The solution, okay, that's it. It is not the case that television network remains shut down and the network paid their taxes. Okay, last, or another solution. By negation of the conjunction P and Q, television network did not remain shut down or the network did not pay their taxes. Okay, for letter E, that is approximately symbol, then the quantity of Q with V symbol at the center, P. Okay, the answer, that's it. It is not the case that the network paid their taxes or television network remained shut down. Or another solution for this is that by negation of disjunction P or Q, and that is the network did not pay their taxes and the television network did not remain shutting down. Take note. Commas indicate which simple statements are grouped together. Parentheses in symbolic statement are used to tell what types of statement are being considered. If there are no parentheses, we follow the dominance of connectives, whether it is binomial, conditional, disjunction, or conjunction. And last will be negation. For example, Irene is a math teacher. That is given by preposition D, or science teacher, preposition E, and work at Talisayan National High School. That is preposition F. So the solution is the parenthesis of D with V symbol at the center E. That is in quantity because there are comma there. Then we have the inverted B, F. As you observe, it is a combination of two different types of compound preposition. For your additional activity, try to answer this one. Write the given word into preposition symbol. Either Annie has a stomach ache and misses the exam, or she does not miss the exam and she received a passing grade for the subject. Ask that one together with your module on the next retrieval. This could be all for this afternoon. Have a blessed day and keep safe, everyone. Thank you.
Z-eskwela Executive Committee. The School's Division Superintendent, 𝗝𝗲𝘀𝘁𝗲𝗿 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Karina S. Frasco. School Governance and Operations Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Daylan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland T. Yu, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riven Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banians. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istanyol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Araiz.